With the news that Greenwood's charges have been dropped, what does that mean for United? Let's start off with the facts, right? The CPS said it had a duty to stop the case following the withdrawal of key witnesses and new material that came to light. Those developments meant there was no longer a realistic prospect of conviction. So that means that all the images, all the voice notes we heard last year were not enough to convict him of attempted rape, assault, and coercion. In reality, there's going to be a divide within our fans. Whether you're on one side of the fence where you're saying, hey, you're innocent and proven guilty, bring him back to the team, let Ten Hag do what he has to do with him to bring him back into form. Or if you're on the other side and you said, hey, I can't unhear those words I heard from that voice note. I can't unsee the images. I don't want him anywhere near my team. There's going to be those two sort of fans when it comes to this sort of topic. But at the end of the day, things are still unclear, right? According to United, who actually dropped a statement recently, they did say, the club will now conduct its own process before determining next steps. We will not make any further comment until that process is complete. So no matter what we think, United is already looking into this sort of situation and determining what they're going to do. To be quite honest, my opinion, I think that Ten Hag is the sort of manager that has had to deal with so many things already under that first year in management that this is a pretty sensitive subject. This is bigger than football if you think about it, right? You're either talking about a man who gained his innocence or a man who's not necessarily innocent for what he did. Those are two different things that everybody's going to have their own opinions about. But I do believe that Ten Hag is super against having distractions in the dressing room. And we've seen this, whether it was with Ronaldo or any sort of nonsense things that the young academy players were trying to do. This is not the manager to do that with. So to say that he's just going to accept this for what it is based on, the expectations that we had on Greenwood prior to these charges coming to light, I think that's pretty surreal, right? Considering that Ten Hag has always shown us that he is against all these sort of things, right? Whatever you do off the pitch, it better not affect your form in it, right? And if it does affect yours or anybody else's within the dressing room, he's not going to buy for that. So to be honest, I see it pretty tough for Greenwood to come back into the squad and be integrated. But if United makes a decision and say, hey, you're no longer suspended, you're under contract for these many years, and then Ten Hag accepts this, it is what it is. And to be honest, my opinions aside, I trust Ten Hag. I do. I trust the process. Every decision is made. I've seen exactly what he was trying to do, whether he got them right, whether he got them wrong. I trust him. I back him. And in this sort of situation where, hey, he's the boss for a reason, he knows what's good for the team. And if he thinks that bringing Greenwood back is going to put us in a better situation, then so be it. Obviously, moving forward, fans and other people in the media are going to have their own commentary on, hey, should United do this based on some of the actions that were alleged towards the player? That's going to be a lot of subjective noise that, honestly, whether you agree with it or not, should not affect the squad. So hopefully the team rallies together with whatever decision Ten Hag makes, and we move forward because, to be honest, if it weren't for news like this, we were in such a good place. We're fighting for top four. We're in the final for the EFL Cup for Carabao. And we're also still fighting for the FA Cup. We're also still fighting for the Europa League. There's so many things to be happy about with United that something like this can really change everything up, right? Honestly, Ten Hag, do what you need to do. You have our support. And besides just supporting our manager, there's going to be new information coming to light. So stay tuned for all the updates.